Point system in traffic violations. 1. Point system in traffic violations. Driving license will be withdrawn if traffic violations committed by the driver for the periods indicated below, if total points reached to the limit indicated next to each of them. A. 3 months if total points reached 14 points in the first time. B. 6 months if total points reached 12 points in the second time. C. 9 months if total points reached 10 points in the third time. D. 1 year if total points reached 8 points in the fourth time. The driving license will be withdrawn finally if the total points reached 6 points in the fifth time. In this case, a new license will not be given except after passing the specified driving tests to give driving license for the first time after at least 1 year from the date of the withdrawal of the driving license. 2. Cases of points removal. Points will be removed automatically in the 2 following cases. A. If the license was withdrawn according to previously mentioned points system in traffic violations. B. If the driver did not commit any other traffic crime within 1 year from date of last committed crime. Violations punished by points. Violation: crossing red traffic light or manual signals, 7 points. Violation: driving a vehicle in the opposite side in highways or ring roads, 6 points. Violation: driving a vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs or any other psychotropic substance, 6 points. Violation: A. Exceeding speed limit more than 30 km per hour, 1 point. B. Exceeding the speed limit more than 40 km per hour, 2 points. C. Exceeding the speed limit more than 50 km per hour, 3 points. D. Exceeding speed limit more than 60 km per hour, 4 points. Violation: driving a motor vehicle carelessly or incautiously or in a way that subjects person's life and money to risk, 4 points. Violation: driving a motor vehicle without brakes or faulty brakes or unfit for use, 4 points. Violation: driving a motor vehicle with a driving license not licensed for this vehicle, 3 points. Violation: driving a motor vehicle with a driving license decided to be withdrawn or terminated its validity, 3 points. Violation: committing an act violating public morals or traditions in the vehicle or allow it, 3 points. Violation: driving an unlicensed motor vehicle, 3 points. Violation: driving a motor vehicle without number plates, 3 points. Violation: driving a motor vehicle with its number plates issued from the licensing authority with changing some numbers or with plates did not issue from the licensing authority listed in it numbers of the original plates or different numbers. 3 points. Violation. List unreal data intentionally in one of the forms or applications submitted to obtain a driving license of a vehicle or temporary driving license or issuance of replacement of any of them. 3 points. Violation. Using a motor vehicle in a purpose allocated for it. 3 points. Violation. Obstruct or block traffic motion intentionally in public roads. 3 points. Violation. Driving a vehicle producing noisy sound. Violation. Driving a motor vehicle emitting heavy smoke or bad smell. 3 points. Violation. Driving a vehicle flying or leaking from it flammable substances or materials harmful to public health or affecting road safety. 3 points. Violation. Driving a vehicle falling from its load things constitute risk to road users. 3 points. Violation. Moving on road shoulders. 3 points. Violation. Turning, U-turning or returning to the opposite direction. 3 points. Violation. Replacement of an essential part of the vehicle without written permit from the licensing authority. 3 points. Violation. Handing over the motor vehicle by its owner, the person licensed in his name or who possessing it, to a person has no valid driving license to drive such a vehicle or without driving license, or any other license required by the law. 2 points. Violation. Driving a motor vehicle with unclear numbers plate or illegible numbers. 2 points. Violation. Driving a motor vehicle with one number plate or change place, color or shape of the plates issued from the licensed authority. 1 point. Violation. Refrain from providing a driving license or vehicle license or any other license required by the law for military persons in police force. 1 point. Violation of transport vehicles to loading requirements. 1 point. Violation. Violation of transport vehicles to vehicle dimensions, weight, width and height. 1 point. Violation. Driving a vehicle subjected to an accident that affected its balance, tires, or one of them. 1 point. Violation. Using lights, loudspeakers, horns or any other devices than those licensed by the law. 1 point. violation. Failure to adhere with meaning of road lines or traffic signs. 1 point. Violation. The parking in handicap parking. 3 points. The most common traffic violations. 1. The violations for which the vehicle seized. Traffic Department Manager or his deputy may issue an administrative order to seize any motor vehicle for a period not exceeding 90 days, according to a memorandum from the person who sees the violation or investigated in the following cases: driving in the road without number plates or with number plates did not issued from the licensed authority, or replace the plates with another one, even if it holds the same numbers, or make changes on its numbers. Driving in the road after withdrawing its driving license. Violation of requirements of using commercial plates, under test plates, or temporary entry plates. Driving it by a person who has no driving license or his license invalid for its driving. Driving carelessly or negligently that subjects its driver, passengers, or others to risk. Driving a vehicle on the road without its meeting requirements of safety and durability, or its invalidity for use, or without silencer, or driving it without brakes or insufficient lights at night. Its participation in a race on the road without a written permit or in violation to the permit. Committing an act violating public morals or traditions in the vehicle or allow it. Violation of vehicle driver to traffic lights. Sees its driver under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or any other psychotropic substances. Using it in a purpose not listed in its registration certificate or driving license. Using it after performing essential changes in its body or color without written permit from the licensing authority. Driving it in the opposite direction, turning or U-turning in the opposite direction. Emission of heavy smoke or producing noisy sounds from it. Failure of drivers of different types of passenger cars, transport cars, trucks, motor vehicles and equipment, tractors and motor vehicle that tows a trailer or semi-trailer to commit to drive at the right side of the road or overtaking other vehicles. Using any means of hiding vehicle windows without written permit issued from the licensing authority. Leave it neglected in the road. Exceeding of specified weights or lengths by vehicle drivers. Parking of transport cars, tractors, trailers, and semi-trailers in places unlicensed to park in. Two, traffic violations that may not agree on their reconciliation. Traffic violations will be presented to the competent court to consider it and leads to the imposition of the following sanctions. 1. Violation. Driving a motor vehicle without obtaining a license or with a license that does not allow driving such a vehicle. Penalty: imprisoned for a period not less than 1 month and not more than 3 years, and a fine not less than 10,000 Qatari riyals and not more than 50,000 Qatari riyals, or by one of the two sanctions. And when repeated, sanction will be imprisonment for a period not less than 1 week and not more than 3 years, and a fine not less than 20,000 Qatari riyals and not more than 50,000 Qatari riyals. 2. Violation: handing over the motor vehicle by its owner to a person who has no valid driving license to drive such a vehicle, or without a driving license or any other license required by the law. 3. Violation: perform a race by motor vehicles, motorcycles, bicycles, or persons on the road without written permit from the licensing authority, or failure to commit with the requirements specified by the licensing authority. 4. Violation: perform constructions, maintenance, demolition, or make pits that obstruct traffic motion or cause risk to road users without obtaining a consent from a licensing authority, or failure to put necessary alert and warning marks and follow instructions and guidelines of the licensing authority. 5. Violation: committing an act violating public morals or traditions in the vehicle or allowing it by the vehicle driver. 6. Violation: damaging traffic marking or their parts, or move it, change its meaning, features, direction, or damage it on the road. 7. Violation: driving a motor vehicle carelessly or incautiously, or in a way that subjects person's life and money to risk. 8. Violation: driving a vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or any other psychotropic substances. 9. Violation: escape or try to escape in case of committing an accident, or if there is an order to stop from a policeman in MY or a person authorized in the empowerment of traffic law. Imprisonment for a period not less than 1 month and not more than 3 years, and a fine not less than 10,000 Qatari riyals and not more than 50,000 Qatari riyals, or by one of the two sanctions, and when repeated, sanction will be doubled in its minimum limit. 10. Violation: obtaining or try to obtain a new vehicle driving license or personal driving license during the period of withdrawing the original vehicle license or personal license. 11. Violation: failure of vehicle driver to provide assistance to injuries in case of occurrence of an accident on the road and injury of a person or more, and failure to inform the police immediately, or moving the vehicle from the accident place without permission from the police if unnecessary for helping the injured. Imprisonment for a period not less than 1 week and not more than 1 year, and a fine not less than 3,000 Qatari riyals and not more than 10,000 Qatari riyals, or by one of the two sanctions. 12. Violation: refrain of vehicle owner or give false information about name and address to the violator. Sanction will be the same sanction decided for vehicle driver who commits this violation. 13. Violation: refusal of insurance companies operating in the state to issue an insurance for the benefit of others on motor vehicles. A fine of 10,000 Qatari riyals, and in case of repetition within the 6 months following the date of issuance of the previous final judgment, sanction is doubled. 3. Traffic violations that may agree on their reconciliation. The most common. 1. Violation. Failure to commit with traffic lights. 6,000 Qatari riyals. 2. Violation. Failure to commit with traffic policeman hand signals. 6,000 Qatari riyals. 3. Violation. Driving the vehicle in the opposite direction. 6,000 Qatari riyals. 4. Violation. Using the vehicle in an unlicensed purpose. 3,000 Qatari riyals. 5. Violation. Reversing in the public road or at intersections without giving a signal. 1,500 Qatari riyals. 6. Violation. Driving a vehicle without lights at night. 1,000 Qatari riyals. 7. Violation. Obstructing traffic motion. 500 Qatari riyals. 8. Violation. Safety belt, driver or passenger. 500 Qatari riyals. 9. Violation. Failure to give way to police and ambulance vehicles during their motion in a mission. 1,000 Qatari riyals. Violation. Change lane, turning or U-turning without giving a signal. 500 Qatari riyals. 11. Violation. Failure to follow pedestrian lights. 500 Qatari riyals. 12. Violation. Disturbing or obstructing traffic motion at intersections. 500 Qatari riyals. 13. Violation. Preoccupation of driver in watching any visual material while driving, like television. 500 Qatari riyals. 14. Violation. Failure to follow guidelines illustrated on any mark placed or engraved on the road surface. 1,000 Qatari riyals. 15. Violation. Failure to keep a sufficient safety distance. 1,000 Qatari riyals. 16. Violation. Stopping at a place that obstructs exit of other cars. 300 Qatari riyals. 17. Violation. Parking in a place not allocated for parking. 300 Qatari riyals. 18. Violation. Using horn without imminent risk. 300 Qatari riyals. 19. Violation. Failure to give way in traffic at roundabouts. 300 Qatari riyals.